We're gonna get straight into this one. European Super League. Like, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. Football's just gone downhill. Like 150 odd years of football history gone. That's all gone. Like, none of that's gonna be like it's a new era practically. Like, the 12 teams involved, I believe, are Arsenal, AC Milan, Chelsea, Barcelona, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Real Madrid, Tottenham, Juventus, Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid. Those are the 12 teams who are involved in this European Super League and have claimed to co-found it all together. It's a disgrace, honestly. So, like, does 150 years of years of football not matter to you? Like, what's going on? Think of all the history, like with the Pele, the Eusebios, the Maradonas, the Beckenbauers. That's all gone practically. Like, it's just rubbish. So, like, the likes of so that would mean in the Premier League, the top four would now be Leicester, West Ham, Leeds in the in the Champions League possibly next season, and Wolves, I think. I'm not too sure. That's just mad. Imagine Leeds in the Champions League. I do not want that to happen. Thus, I do not want the Super League to happen. Like, it's just appalling, really. Like, my first question: who is going to manage the whole thing? Because it can't just be the 12 clubs. It's not like a republic, the Republic of the European Super League. No, that's not a thing. Like, is there going to be a new organisation, like European Association or something? I don't know. Like who's going to manage the whole thing? Who's going to decide where the fixtures are? Who's going to decide who plays who? Who's going to decide what teams go up to the Champions League? Talking about that, I saw something else about European Super League players not being able to compete in the Champions League and Europa League, and the domestic club competitions, like in England, that would mean teams won't be able to compete in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Community Shield, those kind of things. Supported by the FA and the EFL. Those are the two main football associations in England, if you didn't know that. What is the European Super League, first of all? I should have started with that. Well, for those who don't know, it's like the 12 teams who I just mentioned. They're all involved in this league, who are basically really greedy. They get like £3.5 billion each team. It's just ridiculous, really. Like, think of those smaller teams, their dreams, Leicester, their comeback season in the 2015-16 season, from relegation to champions. That's not going to happen anymore because all the big teams are gone. Like, imagine the smaller teams, down the bottom. It's not down the bottom, not down the bottom, like Brighton and Newcastle. I guess they're down the bottom, but they're not in the relegation zone. So think of them beating Manchester City and Liverpool and Man United. Well, that's not going to happen now because they're all gone. And then just think of the fans. I've seen the video, a Spurs fan protesting outside the training ground for not to go ahead with the European Super League. I would join him if I could. I'm sure many other people would too if they could. Obviously they can, but it's like COVID and all that. Think of just think of the 150 years of great football history just gone. It's like you've got a book and you tear out the first chapter. That first chapter is gone. You won't be able to get it back. Well, you could be able to, but then it'll be hard. So it's like a new chapter, a new era, a new beginning for football. Who knows what's going to come next? it's already been a big day for football, you know, Mourinho being sacked as well, we'll come on that later. But think of the greed of all of those 12 clubs. Like, being a Tottenham fan, I am ashamed that my club is involved in this European Super League thing. Because, like, the greed of them, like, Daniel Levy and all the other lot, like, you know, Edward Wood and all of the other managers, like, owners of the clubs, like, they're so selfish, so greedy. Like, do they not think about everybody else? Hashtag say no to a Super League. That's a new hashtag, the new trend going around on the football Twitter, like, group, not group, but like, you know what I'm talking about. So, like, it's disgraceful. Like, I've seen pundits, I've seen fans, I've seen former players talk about how they absolutely hate this idea, and just being a little kid making videos, I agree with them. I don't know. So, like, if we were to, like, okay, say the European Super League began next season, like, would that mean Sheffield United will be like, re-promoted to the Premier League despite them being relegated on, like, Sunday or Saturday? Would that mean, would there be 14 teams in the Premier League, or would there be 6 teams from the Championship up to the Premier League? Who knows? That's what they've got to decide. So, like, what's going to happen? Like, I honestly, football is just gone downhill. Just started up here, 1950s, brilliant, 1980s, it was at its peak, 1990s as well, dropped down slightly in the 2010s, then whoop, back down to BC 500 BC in 2021. I'm sure you know, the Stone Age people didn't, well, not Stone Age, but like, people didn't even know what football was. So there you go. That's the part that we're on right now. Okay, next thing on this football rant, Mourinho's sacking. I mean, it was coming, let's be honest. Like, he wasn't like, I think the rumour was that he didn't like the European. In fact, I haven't even finished with the European Super League. Like, I think it's Manchester United and Juventus and some other teams have left the something like the EAL or something. It's basically the European, like you know, the thing that like, you know, like does the whole competitions. Not UEFA, but like, I know. So basically, once you're in it, you can't back in. You can't come back in, and the European Super League might not even go ahead. But at the idea that if it doesn't go ahead, which is still possible, they wouldn't be able to get in the Champions League or Europa League, which would mean if the Super League doesn't go ahead in the 2021 to 2022 season, we won't see Manchester United or Juventus and some other teams in the Champions League and the Europa League, which would be big. Like, those two teams don't have dominated European football for the past 10-20 years or so, despite Juventus not having a trophy, but they've still been excellent in the Champions League. So then, I don't know. Anyways, Mourinho sacked. Yeah, so basically, the rumour was why he left was because he didn't want to be involved in this Super League thing. Then I think that's just a cover-up for the fact that Tom hasn't been doing that well recently. So that means, like, so basically, the rumours are, well, you know what that means, of course. What am I talking about? So, like, so I think it was coming. It was definitely coming, like, because the football that Mourinho has been, that has the football that Mourinho has influenced in the Tottenham, it's just disgraceful. Like, it's like it's a bit like, I don't know, getting a virus. Like, you're perfectly normal. So perfectly normal would be Poch for us. And then the virus, aka Jose Mourinho, comes around and injects that. No, not injects, like, especially if you have long COVID, I mean, like, you won't be able to recover that. It will take like a while to recover. That's Mourinho. Mourinho's long COVID for us. So then he just injects that depressing football style into us, and like the people on my list for the next boss is Eddie Howe. You know what I mean? We could always stick with the current co-manager, was it co-coach, co-owner? I don't know. I think that's co-manager or something. Could always stick with him. There's Scotty P from Fulham. There's Chris Wilder, who recently got sacked at Sheffield United. Eddie Howe, I've already said him. So those are my main things, my main managers, including Nuno Espirito Santo, you know, the Portuguese guy from Wolves. He could also be a contender as well. So there's some big names on the list, but really, football's just disgraceful. I don't know, like, I don't know what's going to happen in football now. I will. Like, I've already come across this, but again, think of the greediness of all the teams. It's just disgraceful, and all the smaller teams having that big dream of beating the bigger teams. The dream's dead. Like in the FA Cup is well known for like smaller teams beating the bigger teams, and the Carabao Cup even. Like I know one year, Colchester beat Tottenham in the Carabao Cup. So then that's like, whoa, that's what the Carabao Cup's for. That's what the Premier League FA Cup's for. That's not going to happen now, because all the big teams, I mean, it could still happen, but then it's not like as big as an achievement. Like, you go up to your mate and say, oh my word, my team have just beaten a Big Six team. Like, that's quite the statement. You just go up to your friend and say, oh my word, my team have just beaten West Ham. That doesn't sound as good. Like saying, oh my word, my team, Colchester United, have just beaten Tottenham. That's quite the statement. So look, Tottenham, big name in the world, in Europe nowadays, despite us not being the best. So yeah, the FA Cup's practically dead. Carabao Cup's practically dead, though it already was dead. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed that. I just said that, and I'll subscribe and see you next one. Bye. Oh dear, football.